thank you for joining us. My name is Lillian Muli, and it's time for Women in Leadership. We all know Anerlisa Muigai as the daughter of Keroche Brewery's CEO, Tabitha Karanja. She's also an entrepreneur and has made a name for herself in the corporate world through her brainchild, Nero, which is the supplier of executive still water. Tonight, she shares her story with us. Thank you for joining us tonight, Anerlisa.
Thank you, Lillian.
Anerlisa, a lot of people assume you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth. Why did you choose to venture into your own business?
Thank you. Yes, a lot of people think that I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I don't blame them because we came to be really on the limelight when I was about 22 years. I'm now 28 years. So, and also the fact that my mother has been associated with power. They always think that when you're associated with power, you have money, but nobody ever knows about the past. And I'll give you a bit about my past because I grew up in a village called Karai, where we did not have neighbors. And I remember very well we didn't grow up with even house helps. I was the one doing most of the cleaning, cooking, tidying up the house. So even for me to come to venture into business was really from how I grew up, knowing that my parents have showed us how to work hard and be where we are today. Yeah.
Did you go to normal schools or did you go to these posh schools?
I did go to normal school. Actually, my whole primary school, I went to North Kinangop in a school called Father Joseph Baldo. And I remember we did everything normal. And even we went to the extreme of even going to dig for the teachers and things like that. I remember things like that, yeah.
So you chose to venture into your own business after Keroche became the empire that it is. You chose to go your own way. Share with us about that.
Yeah, I had to because you see, growing up and having parents who are very business-minded and strong entrepreneurs, you get to see all those things they've gone through. And so I thought maybe let me just start something for my own. So at least I can show my parents that whatever they taught me, I'm doing it in practice. Yeah.
Okay. And then Executive Still Water was born. What was the inspiration, apart from your parents who are in the alcohol industry, what was the inspiration behind Executive Still Water?
Okay. So after finishing my uni, I came back home to Kenya. From the UK. And I found out that there was no water that I was comfortable walking around with because I wanted something that was more appealing to work around with. And also I found out that the water in Kenya is a bit salty. So I wanted to change that with executive water. Yes. Okay.
So share with us about penetrating into a market where there were already market leaders, big brands. How did retailers react to Executive Still Water?
Okay, it was hard, I must say. It was hard in the beginning, but those struggles that I had to tackle every day are the ones that have made us to be where we are today. And retailers have accepted the water very well, and we're very humbled, and we never thank them enough. And sometimes they always make jokes and say they like to stock executive water because nobody ever leaves the trash behind because everyone wants to go home with a bottle. Yes.
Before we get into the bottle design, which is very unique, challenges you encountered, because water is something that you consume, and therefore challenges with retailers trusting this brand, you're new in the market. Did people turn you away at first?
They did. They did because sometimes some of them even used to say that the water was expensive, first of all, even without even finding out how much it was. And then they also say that the water was looking like alcohol, so they didn't want to be associated with that. Then they thought maybe the brand was not in Kenya. But now when you open the water and taste the way it tastes nice, so then they say, yeah, let's have the water, let's just stock it. And so we appreciate that.
The design of the bottle is very unique. Who came up with this design?
I did. So what I did, I drew 3 designs on a paper, and then finally I came up with the one that was more appealing to me. Then I went to the actual designers to make it come to life. And so when I saw it, I was like, wow, something new finally in the market.
Had you seen this concept anywhere before in the world, or was this just a brainchild of you as an Anerlisa?
No, well, I'd seen champagne that looks like that. The bottle shape for the champagne looks like that. So, and nobody has ever thought about packaging something like that in water. So I took advantage of that. Yes, because then when I look in Kenya, everyone is just following one trend, blue, 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 and then just round bottle, just normal. So I thought, let me just come and change that in Kenya. Yes.
So how many years since you launched the Executive Still Water?
It's been about 2 years, because 2013 we started, but it was a very hard year, very, very hard. But then towards the end of November, December, it started picking up. So then in 2014, I told my team, let's do this, let's sell this water.
Why do you say it was a hard year?
It was hard because trying to get into a market where people are there already, and they had already contracts, you see. So coming to tell someone else that you're coming with a new brand, well, despite having a new shape and having a new design, well, some of them just said, let's give it a next year, let's try next year, another one next year, or let's give it time until the brand is known. But really, we were shocked by 2013, November, December, started picking up. Those clients are calling us and saying, oh, let's try your water. Then they started ordering big volumes and stuff. So we appreciate that. Yeah.
So have you been able to handle the demand? Where is your bottling plant?
Well, it's in a version, first of all. Sometimes we're not able. And next year, or sometime soon, we plan to expand. Yes.
Okay. So where would you rate business? How is your brand currently doing in the market in comparison to competition? Are you making good money out of your brand?
Okay, we can't complain right now, but there's a lot more to be done. And there's nothing else. We just have to hope for the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're the heiress to the Keroche empire. How do your parents feel about this project of yours? What are they saying about it?
My parents are very, very, very proud of me. Every day my mom tells me that she's very proud of me, and my dad keeps pushing me, because my dad is the kind of person who likes results. Not just saying you come up with a brand and be like, you know what, but he likes to just see results, and he's the one who's always following up on me. How is it doing? What are the numbers? Do you need my help? And of course, growing up with people, with parents who have a very strong entrepreneur background, I have taken advantage of that.
What challenges, aside from retailers not, initially being too excited about your brand, the entrepreneurs who ask questions about funding, who ask questions about, how to even get the team to support your vision. So for you as an Anerlisa, who is only 28 years old, what challenges have you endured in this project?
In the beginning, it was hard to get the right team, because you trust people, but then finally you find out that they are up to something else. So some of the challenges I can remember is, you see, some people come to you and tell you, oh, I want you to sponsor this, I want you to do this for me. But really when you go and sponsor the event, whatever you had agreed doesn't happen. And I'll give you an example of that. Another day we had to sponsor another event, and they say to us, oh, sponsor for us, and then we will be the ones selling executive water only. So what happens? The next day we go to the event and another brand is giving out water for free. So the other one is giving out for free, you don't have anywhere to sell. So we ended up making a big loss. And that made me feel very depressed. Yeah. And I went home and it's a lesson. Yeah.
So when you go through such harsh experiences or harsh lessons, who is your fallback option? Who advises you on how to stay afloat, on how to keep going?
I Google a lot of things. Like if I feel, oh, I think I've not done this, so I just Google and I just see. Then also I fall back to my mom, who's always there with me in case of anything. I just go and ask her, please, what did I do wrong doing this and that and that? So I have a strong base my family. Yes.
Okay. And of course, you have not shared with us about your siblings. How many are you?
Yes.
And where do you fall in that lineage?
We are 4. I'm the second born.
Okay. And back to business, Anerlisa, what have you learned about business that you did not know before?
Okay. You see, as much as you're employing these people to work for you, the accountants, the finance people, the production, the receptionists, some of these things you have to do it yourself. Like I thought at first, accountant bring maths and everything, and you'll be like, okay, fine, that's fine. You go to production, as much as there's this sage and sap, well, you need to go still and do the manual work there. Sometimes people call in the office, they're like, we want to talk to the CEO. And the receptionist will be like, no, the CEO is not here. They're like, no, we have to talk to her. So you better be there to answer all those questions that are they want to be answered, yeah.
Do you actually go to the plant and get involved in the bottling process?
Especially in the beginning, we did so many manual work, even taking water to Nakumat. I remember we had this pro box. We had this pro box that we were driving around to just sell the water. Yes, so yeah, sometimes we end up doing such things. Sometimes even we end up taking the water ourselves if there's no one even to be there.
Okay.
Yes.
You have also lost a lot of weight, Anerlisa, and I've been seeing you interacting with many of your fans on social media, on Instagram, and what have you, and people are really inspired about your weight loss journey. How many kgs have you lost, and what got you to the point where you said, I have to lose this weight?
I have lost about 52 kilos.
In a span of how long?
A year.
Wow.
Yeah, sometimes people say 2 months. I'm like, how do you lose 50 kilos in 2 months? No, I've lost it since I started in January, in December. So that's a year. And then, but I have to say this, it takes a lot of determination, hard work, and focus. And just like business, you have to be very persistent so for you to see the end results. Yeah.
So for you, what did you do? Just a quick summary, what did you do?
I first of all got involved with people who meant well for me, who are there to help me. You see, you get the best trainer who will train you, and then also I got somebody who talked to me psychologically. It was more like counseling about why I love food. Why do I need to eat like this?
Were you overeating?
I was eating too much, but I ignored it. I didn't even see myself as big. So you just involve yourself with people. Get to the gym, eat right. If you have a nutritionist, and get that. But yeah.
Are you happy about your weight now? Do you plan to lose more, or are you done?
Yes, of course I would like to be 60 kilos, but I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to tone up, and I'm still to inspire people. Yeah.
Okay, congratulations, you look great.
Thank you.
And so as we close this interview, Anerlisa, you've shared with us about your story. You did not grow up rich, but along the way, money came into the picture. Yeah. How do you know who your real friends are, your support system, when you have these fancy cars, you have this amazing lifestyle? How are you able to tell who is there because of the fame and the money, and who your real friends are?
Honestly, it has been very hard. But for me, I've chosen my friends through testing them. There's a question I always ask friends, and some of them always fail. I won't say what it is. Some of them always fail. But I've always talked to people who knew me from back then, who knew me with a name that I wouldn't say.
You
so
should
when
tell
you
us.
say no, because then someone else will call me that. No, well, it's hard. I have to say it's hard. Yeah.
But you're happy with your current crop of friends?
I am.
Okay.
I keep it small group, and like if I have a problem, then I call the friends. They'll forever be there for me. If they have an issue, I'm there for them. Yes.
So you're a young entrepreneur, and as we close this interview, just some words of wisdom to young budding entrepreneurs, people who want, because the jobs are not there. The young people have a lot of brilliant ideas, but the opportunities for them to start their own businesses are not there. What would you tell them?
First of all, I would advise them to get a good relationship with a bank, because bank will forever help you. Don't be lied to that someone has made it without bank loans. They do have to go through that. Then the other thing is you have to look for something that you love to do. You just don't start something because I've seen someone else start, let me just start. So you have to look for what you love. So when you wake up in the morning, you're coming to work for that, you see? And then finally, you just have to also look for the right team. Because you see, when you start business, it's very hard to know who to trust, who to leave that to, who to listen to. So yeah, you just have to be strong.
Okay. And thank you so much for talking to us on Women in Leadership.
She's
the beautiful heiress to the Keroche empire, but now CEO of her own company, Nero Company, which is a supplier of executive still water. We've been talking to Anerlisa Muigai. Thank you so much for watching. Have a lovely evening.